Okay, this is going to be like my third attempt on this.
And I'm gonna talk over him.
What's really important in the beginning is that you don't stutter on anything. You don't want to hit anything, and you want to be as fast as possible. Um, Fuchsia made a good tutorial on how to do this even faster than I did, but you just want to make sure you don't get stuck on anything.
Go watch the tutorial because you really do need to be fast here. Everything until the beginning, it has to be super, super tight, or else you won't get to the shots that we'll talk about later in time.
If you do, just reset. Um, take the +1 seconds. That's fine. Whenever I go through walls, through doors, I'm making sure not to sprint. I just walk through them. That way, when I hit the door, I won't actually get the animation where you run into the.
True, Vegerby. Also, this doors like this that slide, like not these doors from the outside, but
just walk through them.
These doors that are like this, you can actually go through them smoothly if you open. So all the doors on train are super important for going fast, and you want to first of all input the open prompt from as far away as possible, or like as early as possible. Second of all, these kinds of sliding doors like this, there's a few more throughout the level where you can do this, where it's single door and there's nothing on the sides. You can open the door, hold or let go of sprint for a moment, and move from the side of the door that it's going to open to. Like this door is going to open this direction to the right. So you start on the right side, open it as soon as possible, let go of sprint for a moment, and curve around to the left. And what that'll do is let you walk through the door with speed without bumping. So you will never like stop moving, which means you don't have to go through acceleration anymore. So you will be faster. Obviously, you don't have to get every door perfectly just to make the timing cutoffs, but the more you get good at it, the more leeway you have and the faster you go.
When I hit the door.
Also, similarly, for this gun, it's pretty important to pick it up from as far away as possible. If you go all the way in and bump yourself, pick up the gun, you're losing like half a second there, which is already significant, or even more than half a second, which is already significant in terms of making the first tight timing cutoff, which we'll talk about in a moment.
You won't actually get the animation where you run into things.
The other thing here is you can, one technique to go even faster for this door is open the door, and then while you wait for it to open, crouch but keep holding forward the whole time. Crouch and aim in while the door is opening, and then keep moving forward. But as soon as the door is open and you're crouched, you shoot the glass pane, and then right after you shoot the glass pane, you uncrouch. That way you don't have to stop, and you'll still be accurate enough to hit the glass pane.
Is whenever you shoot a glass pane, it counts as 2 bullets hit. So if you need a panic shot with 3 bullets, you only need to shoot 2. Because it's 1 bullet counts as hitting the glass, and then 1 counts as hitting the back plane. I'm going to use this trick again in the next room when I run in. There will be another like this one on the back wall where you need 2 shots. I'll shoot more than 2 shots because there's a bit of bloom on the SMG. And I want to make sure that I actually hit it with 2 shots. So you see here, I'm making sure I'm all the way to the right. You can see I press D. I aim in, and then I shoot the back pane here. The way I know if I was fast enough is I look at this guy, and if he starts moving, I'm too late. You can still get it if he's just started moving, but basically you want to do it while he still stands here. I aim in.
So the aiming point is quite exact. You saw a couple of different times here. It's like you want it to be in this glass pane, and you want it to be sort of like in this area right here, and you don't want it to go just 1 bullet above. that's what will cause the double guard later, which you can get through, but it just makes things harder. What I usually do to get the most consistency here is shoot 2 bursts of ideally 2 bullets, but it's okay if it's 3, into the glass, and hopefully not up. So you want to like drag your aim down as you shoot because the recoil will go up.
I aim in, and then I shoot a small burst in there. When you get to the pool table, what I do is I run left and then crouch and hide behind the pool table, because sometimes I'll get spotted. Some people just run through. It works for me sometimes. Mostly only if these shots are really good and I'm really far ahead. But what I would recommend is just duck behind this pool table.
So if you get
on this, I hit twice here on this on the glass pane here, which makes this guy's panic in. And then.
So if you get to this point, green, this is like by far the hardest part of train done. The rest of it you can just go pretty consistently, and you're pretty much good. Like there's certainly still a lot of room to fuck up, but you're past the hardest part if you get through here.
Then I'm gonna throw a muffin at this guy. Sometimes it would happen when this guy runs out with the other guy. You still have to throw the muffin, as I said here, even though he's running out. Otherwise, for some reason, the next panic shots here, they won't work. But in this hallway, there's another glass pane.
So in order for this panic to work, you need to be through the doors when, like through the door he just walked through this door here. You want to walk through the door, but not in view of any of them.
There's another glass pane.
Shoot the panic.
I shoot it.
And then walk forward here and stay out of view of all of them.
And I wait
until
for the guys to raise their guns before moving through.
Until they start moving.
Compromised.
And you know you did it right if they all move towards you down the hallway. If they go this way and they line up here, then you did it wrong.
What I do here is I need to open this door and do a panic shot in here. I'm standing all the way to the left. The reason I do that is the guys in there, they cannot see me. Even if they only spot you for a split second, you will get compromised. So what I'm making sure is I am on the left, opening the door on the left. Then I run back here and close this door because the guys will just panic in there. Their panic might run out and then spot you. So I'm closing this door. Immediately look over and I shoot 3 bullets on the far right here.
So I disagree with this method of doing it. I mean, it's really whatever works best for you. But what I would recommend is after you shoot these shots, just stay aimed in and stay aimed in and do not move at all. And then wait for these 2 guys to turn, like start turning, not like instantly when they move, but like just after they start moving, you run forward into the room, and then you just go through and you're good. So
you can't pass this guy.
Not when they bring their guns up, but when they actually turn. So see how they do this? And then right when they move. So right there is when you would start running into this room. And then if you do that, then you should be at the proper timing to where you can just keep sprinting here and you don't have to wait for this animation.
So I'm waiting and then running past them.
Because you also can't wait too long there, or they'll also see you. So it's a pretty tight timing if you try to like just time it. If you use that, stay still until they actually turn and then sprint forward, you should do it pretty much every time.
For this next panic here, to get this red car working, I need to panic this guy in a specific way. The way you do it is to shoot a couple bullets into his left leg here. And he has to fall over, otherwise it won't work for some reason. So I shoot a couple bullets in, pick up the fuse cell, pick up the screwdriver, and if he falls flat, you've done it right. What I do here is basically a mud shot. I shoot a bullet, and then I pause immediately. I wait like for a sec or so, and then I shoot into the room. You only need 2 shots. The reason I do it again is because I was afraid that my second shot hit the door instead of into the room. But then you just shoot again, and it should be fine.
Also, make sure, I don't think if I can mention this, but make sure you pick up this second fuse cell as well.
I hope that makes sense.
Because we don't pick that fuse cell back up.
Flashbang these guys. Pick up the ice pick to do a distraction here. Just throw the ice pick at the wall. They will look, and I can just run past them. Sometimes you don't have to crouch there. I don't think I did there. But I just crouch every time behind the fuse thingy to make sure that I can run past. What I do here is I put the crowbar in my back pocket. And then when I take it out, doing the animation, I just drop down here. So I don't have to do the jump down animation. Put the crowbar in here. And then I throw the screwdriver I picked up before in this room. The reason I do that is because the next panic I'm gonna do, there's a guard who will most likely radio in, and he's noticed the bullet. But he won't do that because we threw that screwdriver. What I'm doing here is a pause buffering. I'm aiming in, then I'm pausing, then I'm clicking the shoot button, and while I'm shooting and dragging my mouse to the right, I unpause. That way only one bullet got through here, and he only investigates and he doesn't get panicked. Distraction shots on the back wall here. Drop my SMG and run through.